Hey, there we go. I'm back, sort of, kind of. No one else is here, so I'm gonna put the— oh, there's Tom Nock. Hi, auditor. Yeah, no, my application just crashed. I swear that every time something happens, though, I automatically— it kind of looks like I have a lazy eye. It's just my eyebrows are fucked, so it kind of like makes my eyes look wonky, and then my eyelashes make everything look weird. I might take my eyelashes off screen. That'd be kind of crazy. I'll do that right before I get off. I'm gonna peel them off, and you guys are gonna see what a real look me looks like. A mess. I don't look nearly as feminine without my eyelashes, but I do have amazing eyelashes that I slowly peel off. Back. Yo, but I'm telling you, every single time that my stream crashes, I automatically go, oh fuck, someone fucking tried and trolled me, dude. Seriously. Brittany, good night, love. Thank you so much for coming over. Thank you for rocking my baby to sleep. Like, fuck, Brittany. She's mama number 2. It's official, guys. It's official. She got— I didn't tell you guys, but she got Ari this— I think I did actually. Very few of you guys were in stream still, but she got this like 3-for-1 or whatever, like little bassinet, stroller, the high chair combo, and Ariana loves it. And I really didn't think— I thought Ari was gonna try and climb in it. She was gonna like just be like, yeah, and what? But she absolutely loved and adored it, and she held Ari for like an hour just to get her to go to sleep. Friend goals, just saying. I may have one friend, but she's the bestest friend. It's true. I'm not saying that even because I want to get in her pants, because hashtag just not even the case. She's like legitimately like the best. She's a rad girl. I'm very lucky to have my friend. And I love kind of referring to her as my second mom because we're a diverse couple like that. Absolutely. Yo, people over here are so white and middle class. Anyways, people are fucking dumb. I'm gonna go put these back. Tear. Yo, it's the least I can say. I don't usually try and gush around Brittany though either, because she's like ridiculous. She'll take it to her head way too fast. Way too fast. She's a very patient, amazing, understanding, and I just don't know too many people that are like logically smart like her, and they can handle my negativity, just like good people. She's good people. I'm lucky. She's so lucky. And I'm like a crazy white girl, and she knows that. And it's pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why my left eye looks like I have fucking conjunctivitis in there. I actually had conjunctivitis, which is why I can put that out there. So you know those razor blades? This is a fun story time. You know those razor blades that have like the soap built into them? So you have like soap on either side, and then you use the shaving thing. So when you shave like that, anyways, there's bacteria in that soap that when you open the wound to shave, and mine was in my armpit, it almost looked like a not a pimple, but it was like a wound almost. It was like an open gash that kind of looked pimple-esque, but it was a lot larger. It was really gross. And it was in my armpit when I was sophomore in high school, and I thought I got some like weird jock disease, right? In reality, what it was is conjunctivitis, right? Or confliculitis, or I don't even fucking know. Fucking AIDS of the skin. Anyways, it was from the soap. There is a bacteria in the soap, and it's almost a, I wouldn't say an allergic reaction, but it is. It's you opened it, the wound, by shaving, and the bacteria in the soap, very few amounts of the soap have the bacteria and get infected like that, but sure enough. I also have sensitive skin, which probably played a small role in that. Conjunctivitis, and no, conjunctivitis, I could have swear is in it. I think it was confliculitis, which I'm gonna Google. I'm not gonna WebMD, but I'm gonna try and like Google. It's I think I just made up a disease. It's because I'm a dumb white girl and I just believe complexities. That's probably like a sexual thing. Pediculatis is an inflammation of your eye, which is more relevant to how I started. Dove cucumber, great mushroom. Yo, that are you talking about the body or the deodorant? I use Dove deodorant. I used to use prescription deodorant because I had like super sweaty pits. I'm not even joking, guys. I'm a sweaty gal. Not all over my body, but I like especially my pits. My pits and my shins. Shins only since I've had a baby, but usually my pits, I get pit sweat. I don't get like moderate boob sweat for boob to like skin ratio because it's hot, but I don't really get too much sweat everywhere else. It's not like I sweat all over my body. It's like I don't have sweat pouring from my forehead. It's just pit sweat. And it's not necessarily the sweetest smelling scent. But anyway, so I had to wear deodorant. Elementary school, I was wearing deodorant, just for reference. But Dove is the only like over the brand non-medical deodorant I can wear that is like legit. Like it'll for at least 12 to 14 hours. It's good. Yeah, for sure. TMI, dude. TMI. It's not MRSA. Maddie, I feel like that joke was made when I was in high school. It's definitely not MRSA. Dove cucumber. But this is the thing. Cucumber's pretty good. I think the original one's still better. But Dove deodorant is on point. Man, I would highly recommend. I tried the gel. The gel doesn't dry fast enough on my armpits and it gets too moist to have it not. I tried the spray. The spray's like a quick fix, but it's like almost putting I wouldn't really say it's perfume for your armpits but it's in that very loose form that it doesn't adhere to your armpits nearly as well. Super moist, Maddie. Moister than your mom. Ayo. Ayo. Green tea shampoo and conditioner, let's see how the mint is good. So I'm actually gonna try so I went and I got so I get Head and Shoulders because my scalp gets really dry, just like right here. And it's only since basic training, honestly. The military gave me dry scalp. I never had hair problems before that. It's cause like, and it's San Antonio climate and anyways, not conditioning for a while. So I use Head and Shoulders just to ensure I don't have dandruff problems. And they actually have a whole bunch of scents now. It's not nearly as gross as it used to be. So I use Head and Shoulders and I got a 2-in-1 combo and it's making my hair greasy. Like, look at this. This is like, I just washed my hair yesterday. I can usually go 4 days without it getting greasy, but you can see that it's already starting to like, obviously because I touch it, but part of it's also just natural oils adhere to my hair. So I'm gonna try. So what Beaver said he did, he conditions his hair and then he washes it. He uses shampoo, so he almost goes in reverse order. He said it works really well. I'll try it, but I got some like basic shampoo to put in my hair, and then maybe I'll just use like the shampoo conditioner after, and then like gradually move myself onto. I have some leave-in conditioner I put in, but it makes my hair like heavy. Not greasy, but heavy. It just makes it feel really weighty. Gross. I colored it Sunday morning. It is, or especially around the roots, but you can still see my darkness is still through. And then of course, because I have so much hair, there's only so much color I can put in. The nice thing is I did put color everywhere, but even so, it still doesn't lighten the same way. So this is my natural like dark-ish blonde. You can tell because my things. It's definitely still blonde though. Some people tell me I'm a brunette, but you can tell I'm sorry, mate. That's original hair right there. That's definitely not brunette. It's a dark blonde, yes. It's not this blonde, but it's definitely dark blonde. It's not brunette at all. My daughter's brunette, trust me. I know what brunette looks like. Fuck. It's annoying because you have to like almost prove that you're blonde, like you want that? Like, you want to be called a Barbie-esque bimbo for the rest of your life? No, I don't. But at the same time, I know what my eye color is. I know what my hair color is. Like, fuck, dude. 27 years. 27 dirty. Yeah, dirty blonde. But when you say dirty blonde, so people are like, so light brown? Bitch, no, that's not light brown. It's called dirty blonde for a reason. It's still blonde. It's definitely not brown. Fucking tits, dude. Like, I would get bleach blonde highlights naturally as a kid. And actually, as a kid, I had, like, white hair. And then it darkened down. Hi, Andreas. I'm just saying, it's really annoying. It's one of those girl things, like, you feel shamed if you color your hair, like, it's just ridiculous. And maybe that's just a personal thing that I have, that, oh, you color your hair? Yeah, I use a box of color once every 5 months, just because I don't like how it looks otherwise. It just makes my face look really heavy when it's darker. It's natural, but if I don't go out in the sun because I play video games a lot, then it's gonna stay darker. I could go out in the sun and then it'd be lighting up, but I don't go out in the sun too much. Just saying. It's funny though, because my daughter came out with black hair and now she's like a light brown. So yeah, she actually did like a bit of an opposite transformation. Khaleesi Hopper, ain't that the truth? It literally, I was like white hair child, white curly haired. That's why it's wavy now, but it's dark blonde. So it just definitely toned down. Hi Aiden. I think I already said hi to you, but I'm saying hi again. And to you, Andres. Highlights. Oh, you told me that, Greg. Yo, those white tips were never where it's at. Never, ever do it. Ever, ever. Do not do tips. Terabad. Like I said, I think I'm fortunate enough to where I'm blonde enough I can use a box of color and it doesn't look like I got fucking bleached, you know? Because I'm actually natural blonde. Although I did dye my hair like, and my hair has never recovered from this, but I did a box of red once. It was like an auburn red, a dark red, and I have hints of red still in my hair. Blondes can never recover from red hair. I'm just letting you know, you'll always have tones of red in your hair. Things you didn't know, because you didn't fucking pay attention in art class. Hi, KJ. Dirty blonde. I love how I actually remember watching a stream where Ducky would describe it as dishwater blonde. Because she said she has a color. I think mine's a little lighter than hers because her roots sometimes, and very rarely because she gets her hair done. And she's professional as fuck. She has like this this gray color right now I fucking love. I love her hair color right now. But sometimes her roots, because she goes so light, her roots are a little more apparent, but I think hers are, she's a little darker blonde than I am, but I still have like, it's funny because my eyebrows, I'll have like these little hairs that are like white blonde, and it almost looks like there's no hair at all, so I actually need to darken my eyebrows sometimes because the hair gets so light. My arm hair looks like it's non-existent, one because I look like I have rosacea on my arms, but two because it's just so freaking light because it actually sees the light of day. My armpit hair comes in like dark blonde. Leg hair is like a mix. It looks almost like I have patchy hair coming in. Like sometimes it's a really light blonde and sometimes it's really dark. I don't know. You get Dracula settings. It's not even a camera, dude. It's like, so I showed you guys. I'll do it again just for shits and gigs. It's this PlayStation camera. Like it's legit settings on this camera, and then look at this. Okay, look at how blue it is. Look at the background. Don't even look at my skin. It goes from, this is like an orange warm tint to a blue tint. It has some auto filter mechanism that really kind of fucks you up. And there's no altering it. It's literally all lighting, and that's why I tell people lighting for your PlayStation camera is like the most important part. But then it's also knowing not to overlight, because I think Ducky has a little too much light in her life. She gets all washed out and she has like lips and eyes, and that's, I mean, not always, but sometimes you can't see anything but her eyes and her lips. And she's got beautiful eyes and lips, so I guess it doesn't matter, but yeah. It's definitely annoying, and so people kind of make fun of me for having to like be vain and like alter my lighting settings every now and then, but it is because of like environmental light, because I have my blinds open right now for the outside, that it kind of does matter. And then Tom Nock has given me these amazing lights, so it's kind of almost harnessing those back a little bit. I've had to move them farther away and getting the angles of light. So I have like a light, as you can see, as my shadows right here. I have light coming down on me from the light right here. I have a light coming at me directly on my face, which is gonna make me more or less like totally filtered out. And then I have a light over here that just provides like extra illumination, so I don't, like if I were to shadow my face, it would look great, but there's no way to do that, and then you have to have light. But if the light's proportionate right here, it just gets washed out. And it's just a shitty camera, but at the same time, if I were to turn off all my lights and I use natural lighting, it would look a gazillion. Trust me, a gazillion. I'll fucking even do it. I'll do it right now. I'm gonna turn off all my professional lighting, all 3 lights, and I'm gonna use just my I have an overhead light, like a normal person, and I'll have this screen illumination, and that is it. And you guys see how absolutely fucking shitty it looks. It looks like I'm trying to play a horror game. It's terrible. I'm not gonna adjust any settings. That's 1 light. Okay, that's what I look like without my main light on. I actually have it down really low, so it's not that bad. Let's go this one next. This is my other light. So this is what it looks like with 1 light, but on the side. Okay. This is this light. So this is the screen glowing my skin, which is not bad at all. But how many people would play like this? And then if I had a green screen, you would see the back of the green screen right now. So this is actually kind of sultry lighting. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like a little sexier, but you can see a lot more wrinkles. It's not a bad light. I could definitely have done the stream like this. It wouldn't be a bad thing. It's because I have, now if I change my tabs, you'll see how the, honestly, only because my face is full screen, that the light reflecting is the light that's being projected. So my face is being projected on the screen and that light is illuminating my face. Rip the dream, right? When I used to stream just with my laptop on my couch, it was the same thing. I got as much light as my laptop would project at me. Exactly. But then exactly what Tom Nock said, if I'm playing Call of Duty, you're just gonna be seeing lights flash on my face. And it'd be terrible. And sometimes, and especially with a green screen, there's no way a green screen is going to be illuminated like that. Now, if I do natural lighting without any of my lights, this is my kitchen light on right now, by the way. If we turn my kitchen light off, this is no lights. This is no lights. So this is Freakhopper, the friendly ghost. Hi guys, these are my eyes, this is my mouth, that's all I have. Huzzah! Right? That's creepy. I do this light, and this is my 1 overhead light. This is the only 2 natural light sources I have in my apartment. So it's basically just an overhead light that's making my hair look golden. Not much of a difference. Rip. Rip. Yeah, it's not terrible. It's definitely, but because I'm full screen looking at myself, it's not terrible. If I'm playing Call of Duty, when there's a lot of dark or really saturated colors, you're not gonna see my face at all. I'm gonna be, you know, smaller than that little text box up there. Because my boobs don't make up 90% of the screen, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, it is actually kind of like a halo light. Like, God, seriously. Out of control. Yeah, I look better with the lights off. Ayo. Check Twitter. What's up on the Twitter? That's Twitter. Oh, thank you, Lodi. Oh, you sent me a message, Greg. Nah? Yo, 9th grade hairstyles. Oh, yo, that's a bowl cut. That's terrible. Yo, straight across. Like, he had bangs and his mama just straight up put a fucking bowl on his head and cut it. Just cut it. Terrible. It doesn't look bad now. But if my picture was about, like I said, the size of that text box and a green screen behind me. If I don't have a green screen, honestly, guys, that is a lot of surface to cover up on a game. Like, and I play a lot of first-person shooter games. That is a lot of surface. It's not big when you're just having a person in their outline of their chair. But, like, in general, that's a lot of, like, that's not a quarter, but, like, it's, depending what you're playing, that's a big amount. Yo, Greg, that is the classiest shit I've ever seen in my life. It almost looks like it's Photoshop because you got, like, that white panel right here. Kind of looks like you, what was it, Beavis and Butthead? Yeah, he looks like one of those characters. I'm not gonna tell you. Rip. Rip. Oh, God. But I'll tell you what, the pixel difference, the reason I look good in this is because the pixel ratio definitely goes down. So look at my background. You can see like how it's kind of granulated in the back. How my like the background surfaces especially are very granulated. The reason I look more attractive is because I'm more fuzzy. But it's true. It's like it's a softer image. Cornholio, the great Cornholio. Classy as fuck. Yo, Maddie, please tell me you're looking at the same photos I am. It's disgusting. I would say it's disgusting. I think I've done this for, I did it for a Throwback Thursday. Let me go ahead on my Twitter and find it for you. This is the oldest and best photo of me as a child and how I defined 90% of my childhood. And I did it for the first couple Throwback Thursdays because I didn't understand the Twitter thing. Oh God, I'm gonna have to go way back. We're gonna have to do Time Warp here, people. I don't know if there's a best way of doing this. Actually, let me go, the best way is probably to do media and then go way back. Oh yeah, it's happening. It's terrible. It's pretty fucking terrible. Let me just keep going. I look attractive because I am attractive. Yo, I look at myself sometimes and I'm just like, yo, I look like a man. I look like, or the two worst judgments I can put on myself is I look like a man, for one. It's bad enough that I sound like a man. But two, the second part is that I'll look like, I think, white trash. I'll be like, yo, can you get out of your sweatpants? Like, fuck. You got tattoos now, you like really look like white trash. Like, and I'll have no makeup on, and I look like Honey Boo Boo's mama, in my mind. Of course, it's not reality, but it's a judgmental thing. It's like you're on your worst critic, but like in reality, it's still pretty brutal for me to think those things about myself. Not the worst. It's still pretty brutal. Mullet. Yo, how many kids did I know? Like, when I played soccer as a kid, I had like 90% of kids, like, I wouldn't say mullet, but they had like that little like patch back there. What was it called? The rat tail. Everyone had a rat tail growing up, dude. In the 90s, early 80s, 90s, dude. Rat tails was what it's at. 90% of the boys that I used to beat up had rat tails. 10 rat tails. For sure. I'm getting there, guys. Don't worry. I have, like, we're looking at Thanksgiving pictures right now. I'm almost there. Yeah, and I'm my own spirit. And I get that. People are, you're most critical of your own self. You guys are not nearly as bad as you think you are. Yo, I have some really old pics in here, dude. Some really awesome old pics, though. You should go through my media sometime. It's pretty terrible and awesome at the same time. We got a lot of funny pics. Rando pics. Gaming station, selfies. I have more selfies on Twitter than I do Instagram. On my waifu pillow. Oh, okay, here's one. I'll link this one. This is not the essence, but so this is me in elementary school. This is not the essence of me and my childhood self. Where's the link button? Copy link to tweet. Let's see if this pastes. Nope, that's not it. This is me, I think I was in 3rd grade. Now, I'm extremely tall. I always was the tallest kid ever. This girl was very proportionate to me. But she was the 2nd biggest kid in my class, so just so you know. Yo, what's up, Daniel? You had the worst day? Yo, I guarantee my day was worse than yours. Guarantee. Copy. Control C. Control V. So there's this one. This is not the one I'm talking about, though. I think I have one on my phone. I don't. Maybe I'm thinking that I didn't share it, though. Let me keep going. Yo, I had some Prince pictures on here before Prince died. Oh, it's like super rare, but menstruation pictures. That's cute. I'm still scrolling, guys. Sorry, I'm apparently really conceited and I took a lot of photos. But a lot of my poll things had photos too. Oh god, that's disgusting. My cat's so luxurious. Okay. Me and Pierre Mayhew. Oh my god. Years. Like over a year ago. My very first post. Unless you talk to a celebrity, Twitter is talking to yourself in a crowded room. Okay. So I didn't have too many photos of me. I guess I didn't share that. I'll share it today. How about that? I'll share the one I'm thinking about today because I know it's on my iPhone. And it's my quintessential childhood self. But the one that I just linked is actually a pretty accurate But the one I have is prior to me actually having glasses as well, so it's a lot more recent. The childhood, that was at least 3rd grade when I had glasses. Oh my god, Britt. Yo. You're terrible, you're terrible. Yo, but really, Tom Knox, soccer hair. He is definitely MVP of TBT. 110%. This dude had luscious hair. He was the envy. Like, I can tell. He was so fucking, oh man. You were a bae. You were a bae as a kid. It's weird to say that. It's super perverted, but you were a bae. That throwback was, but you were at least like in middle school, right? Not that that's better, but like, it's semi-acceptable. Matt, you sure it's not someone trying to fish you? I'm super jealous if that isn't the case. Greg, it's funny that you say that. It's the reason I cherish the 2 photos I have as a child is because that's all I have. My parents they literally threw in the trash. I remember distinctly. When I went away from home at like, I think I was 15 or 14. When I went away from home, they threw out everything I owned. All the clothes, all the my stuffed animals were like my life because they were my soul, you know? They were the only thing I could depend on in my entire universe, which is a very sad, very movie-esque existence, right? That you have only your inanimate objects to kind of like talk to and kind of carry you through. But my stuffed animals were my life. And then all my trophies, every single trophy I won so many trophies, news articles I had saved of myself in the paper in high school and middle school. I was fucking amazing, and I cherished the very few things I knew that made me amazing and were proof that I was amazing, and they just put them in trash bags. Just trash bags. The very few things I packed up myself, I put in trash bags. I moved out in trash bags. I think a lot of people have that experience, and it's a very profound experience to know that your life is fitting in like 2 trash bags. What? But knowing that so recklessly in abandon, just throw your shit out. Everything you own. I don't have a bedroom at my mother's house. There's no sentiment there. I have a lot of nightmares, I have a lot of memories, but there's no sentiment like, oh, this is my childhood bedroom. How do you, and I think that it's kind of my difficulty with going forward with relationships. How do you convey to someone that like, your child is something of nightmares? I envy people who have a relationship with their family, but I don't understand it. I can't understand it. It's not something I have. It's something I understand. It's nothing I understand. I don't get it. What do you mean your parents saved your bedroom? You don't live there, right? Okay, so why did your parents still have your shit together? Like, what do you mean? Like, I don't... But now that I have my child, I have her umbilical cord, I have everything she has, but it's not because I'm doing it for her, I'm doing it for me. It's a very selfish thing. I don't save her stuff for her. I save it for me. And the fact that I know that my parents would so easily discard my stuff, it's not for them, and it was definitely not for me. They didn't care at all. I mean, it was a very easy proclamation of how much we don't care about you. How easily you're out of our lives. I actually worked with a hoarder though, Tom Knock, if that makes you feel any better. He literally had like boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff he tried to get rid of. So I definitely don't have problems with keeping things. I think that's maybe part of my little complex of keeping things nice and my semi-organization is because I'm used to not having things. And honestly, if everything I have in this apartment burned down, all those collectibles, the things that I cherish and hold, none of them mean anything. I know that. I have a very real reality. I think anyone who's gone through some kind of tragedy, I know Fail Girl went through a huge fire. I think there's something, you have to remove yourself from your possessions. What matters? My daughter's life matters. I matter. My cats matter. If I can save all those things in an emergency and a disaster, it doesn't matter. Everything else doesn't matter. Apart from my eyes, I do have weird complexes about my eyes. I'm like, I need my contacts or my glasses. I can't see. If I can't see, then I'm gonna be like that sacrifice in the horror movie, you know? They just like get their glasses stepped on and then they're like sacrificed to like the mummy, you know? Because they can't see shit, so they get their eyes sucked out. For sure. But yeah, I think that's the other sentiment though, Tom Nock, is that you get rid of trash in trash bags, right? You get rid of things in trash bags. So the fact that I would pack up my life in a trash bag is kind of a symbolism. I'm not saying I'm reading into it, but it's kind of a feeling you don't really realize at the time. As a young teenager, you don't realize that your life fits into trash bags, and that's a kind of sad existence. You're just like, yo, I have everything I need. Let's go. But as an adult, it's kind of like a sad reflection. Right? Yo, JB Power and Associates. Good to see you, dude. I'm back on Twitch, just so you know. I'll be back on there tomorrow. Yeah, and it's the same way for me, Greg. They have like 2 photos of me, for sure. So there's that. Ain't no shame in it, dude. Everyone's got some past. But it is one of those hard, relatable things, right? Because I think everyone thinks a normal family, I say normal, but like, I guess everyone has their own versions of normal. Does it make me white trash just because, or does it make me less of a normal functioning human being to not have a family that cared about me? I guess, I don't know, there's different facets to that. I think I'm just a more complex person. Not that adds some like super cool depth that make me like a really rad, cool emo girl. I just think it makes it a different person to understand. And I think a lot of people have those subsurface things they don't verbalize. I think a lot of people have these alternate, not like past history, complexities to their existence, to who they are, to explain how they emotionally deal with things, how they communicate, how they don't communicate, just who they are as a person that are on the subsurface that a lot of people just start off judging. And I think that's the sympathy I have for the acceptance, you know, that I'm not a blonde Barbie, dude. I don't have that life. That's not me, but at the same time, I like to have fun, so sure, you know? I don't know, it's complexity. I think I admire that complexity, dude. Thank you, Juggalo. I appreciate hearing that. I don't always think that myself, but nice if you go through rescue experience. I don't know, dude. I think I've met some really rad, amazing, nice people who had really normal existence, that had really nice existence, and it's frustrating. Part of the very human part of me hates and envies the people who had normal normal childhoods, who didn't. I feel tainted. Does that make sense? I feel tainted. So I don't expect a lot of you guys to understand this analogy, but as a female, your sexual partners, you're judged based off the amount of sexual partners you had. You can be enlightened or all the shit you want to claim, but if a woman says she slept with like 90 men, yeah, that's wifey material? Nah, man. You're gonna be judged off your sexual partners regardless. She's not like experienced at that point, right? She's just a whore. I'm not agreeing with it, I'm not disagreeing with it. At that point, I'm just saying it's really, really easy to judge people. And I think going through rough things as a female, you get this like weird stripper complex on you. I'm not even joking, this is my personal opinion, right? It makes no sense. I feel cast upon that if you got some kind of fucking issue, you're either one, a crazy bitch, which by the way, if you have a vagina, you're fucking crazy, so it doesn't fucking matter. It's like degrees of crazy, right? What is crazy in relation to? It's all perspective. My crazy is someone else's crazy, but that someone else is like super normal. So I think it's all degrees of crazy. I'm not even joking. I don't think there's a norm. I don't think there's like a standard that everyone falls in. At the same time, my crazy is already judged upon because I don't come from a functional family. I'm adopted and my parents didn't love me. I was abused. I'm a fucking it's a stripper. It's a stripper life, right? Your daddy didn't love you. That's why you need attention. Yes, that's why. It's not that I'm creative. It's not that, I enjoy role playing, dressing up in costumes and making believe my life is something else that it's not. It's not that a pure love and fun and interest in something else fantastical. Nothing that innocent or pure. It obviously comes from my deep-seated daddy issues. Fuck, dude. I'm not on the pole. I don't work my booty for money. And even if I did, who the fuck are people to judge? Like, I think it's so bullshit, and I think that's the other thing. I think women are held to a different criteria than men. I just think those labels are slapped on so fucking easy for a female, and it's just because, especially in this kind of place where you're making yourself visible and viewable to everyone and their mother, the judgment's easily cast. But it's so much more complex. It's so much more complex, and I do think experience makes us who us are. I absolutely Tom Nock, but I don't. But at the same time, Mark me. Mark me. Mark me! Game of Thrones. No. Outlander reference. Anyways, mark me. Mark me. I don't, and I've caught myself in this before. Don't devalue people who haven't had those experiences. Oh, you didn't cut yourself as a kid? Clearly, you don't fucking know what alternative lifestyle means. I'm using that as a very petty, base example. But just because you don't have hardships, just because you had a functional family, you shouldn't be persecuted for even having a good life. And I've done that too. Like, I've been like, oh, you've had everything fucking handed to you, dude. It's not the same chip. It's not the same coin, even on different sides. It's just completely different. I just think the judgment needs to be cast accordingly. Don't judge is such an easy thing to say. But at some point, judging becomes, it's your internal guide in some ways, shapes, or forms, what you know of the world. I'm just saying, broaden your experiences, what you expose yourself to, what you know of the world. Just like broaden it. Like, don't be limited. Don't put yourself in that single set mind. I'm not saying you don't have to believe what you believe, but open yourself to other things, right? Just saying. Just saying. Salut, bonjour. Je ne parle français, so please speak English. Yeah. Why wasn't sure about what? That you were gonna take a sleep? Like, you're being a dick. Like, who's like, oh, boring. Just fucking leave, dude. If you don't like what I'm saying, you can leave. No one's forcing you to be here. Free will. GG. Yeah, and that's kind of how I live, Tom Nock. Although I have very limited patience for human beings because I think they're generally pretty stupid. Although I admit that fact, we all have to live on the same planet, so we might as well just kind of respect each other to a certain degree. I just still think I'm far superior. No, but really. And someone somewhere with like an IQ of a gazillion. And yes, I use gabillion. That's a really blonde thing to say. Gabillion IQ. It's probably ridiculing me, but yeah. I think these are my soulful conversations. I mean, they're not really deep conversations, but they're just like genuinely things that I think of, and very poorly vocalized things. I do think these things are applicable. It's things how I interact with people or lack thereof, because I am a closet. It's how I don't react to people and how it's hard for me to relate. And I don't have patience, Greg. I don't have patience. Zero patience. Not patience running thin. Very, very, just this much. That much patience. No, I don't do it, dude. No bueno. You worked in, I can't imagine working in retail. Fuck retail. Oh, Maddie. You guys are too much. Oh, Tom Nock. Seriously? Oh, superior. I read Polly Pocket. Yeah, I definitely don't have patience. I would say it's something. I have patience for my daughter. She's the only one who can make me bite my tongue, take a second, not flip the fuck out. She's a human being I can respect, and she's a toddler, so what's wrong with the rest of the world, right? No, I'm glad you guys are in my life, and I'm glad that you're happy that I'm in yours. It's super corny, super lame, but it's super true. And I feel like every single little time I have like these Monday sessions, it's the same thing. I end up just thanking you guys for being so fucking amazing, and then I'm like, okay, peace, love, rock and roll, chicken nuggets, bye guys. Yeah, dude, I like talking about meaningful things every now and then, Greg. There's not always mediums to talk about things you feel. And I definitely think I'm not the most eloquent person. A lot of times I can just sound downright ignorant. And I understand that, but I think it's accepting the human part of me, is that I don't have this shit. This is off the cuff. This is on the spot. I don't think there's a lot of politicians that could even verbalize thoughts very well at times. But I chose to be here. I chose to talk to you guys. I'm gonna be honest. they're deep-ish. I mean, they're not like deep. We've had some deep conversations, I think, off stream between a lot of my mods and me to try and like understand some of the things that go on in my life, especially if I'm being moody. I kind of have to justify with you guys. I'm like, hey, here's the reason I'm being moody. My ex, blah, 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 blah. Or, you know, just hear all the things going on in my Air Force life that I can't divulge over stream, or, you know, there's a whole bunch of other facets to my mood, and I like my mods knowing it at the very least, never mind my viewers, but some things just don't always belong on camera, and I get that. There's some privacy. But I do think some conversations open up other people's healing or other people's, like, how they correlate with you. Like, just knowing that someone else is going through some shit, dude. Going through some shit. Not everyone's perfect. Not everyone has their own flaws, right? But the degree of flaws are definitely varying, and I still totally abide. I'm not a, like, peace, love, and, like, positivity girl, but I do think acceptance, the freaks and geeks part of my stream, is real. Everyone has their own weird, their own quirk, their own fucked up. It really is the truth. And just acceptance in that manner. Fucking berate each other to a degree. But generally love and acceptance. I mean, it's a very general overall thing. I'd like to put some common sense applicability to it. But generally, just fucking love. Acceptance. Not even love, necessarily. I think acceptance. Appreciation for others. It's a lot to ask. It really is. You wish you could do what I do, Polly? I'm not saying it takes balls. I think for me, it's, like I said, I think for me, it's a selfish part. I think I use you guys as an outlet to just, like, I don't have a spouse, I don't have a significant other, I don't have anyone else I can feel or use these feelings with, and even if I had someone in front of me, I can't say I would express my feelings the same way. That's probably a social retardation I have in myself that I know I do. But I think it's really easy to talk to a camera or to chat, because even though I know people are behind keyboards and there's a million and one people who are judging me off of these conversations, it's soothing to just talk. Just to talk. It's therapeutic. It's not something I want to talk about everything. I don't want to talk about everything. I don't need to divulge super, like, intimate things, but it's soothing to divulge just small little chips at my armor, you know, just like things that are just explanation of who I am, and kind of like relating to you guys in some way, shape, or form. Even if I'm not relating, at least explaining why I am the way I am, right? Because some people just think, oh, this pretty bitch. I'm like, I'm not gorgeous, first. Second off, pretty. There's a million other people who are pretty. I'm not any different. I don't think I'm a fucking special snowflake. But I think my perspective is my own. There's no one else in this world like me, so I guess I am a fucking special snowflake, just like all of you guys are. That doesn't make me the best snowflake, but god damn it, like, everyone has all these facets of themselves, and I share a little bit of mine to know that yours is appreciated too, because I don't think my experiences, I don't understand a lot of what other people go through, and I don't think I can understand that just via this, but like, sharing. I love broadening perspective, even if it's a very subsurface level of broadening perspective. It's something, right? It's something. I don't limit myself in what I know. I try not to. So if I can start a conversation in any way, shape, or form, like that's a plus, right? Like that is not a good deed. That's not going on my bedpost notch. That's I get value from that. I talk about politics because really, what else am I going to talk about in the world? Like, so Freakhopper, what did you do today? Well, I sat on my computer and looked at it. What did you do today? What are you going to talk about on a daily basis? My life is very boring, and it's not that I keep it that way, but it's the things that I value in my life. I value the political atmosphere because I think it's broad. You know, it's tough thoughts. It's tough thoughts. It's not the easy things to think about. I'm not talking like alien level conspiracy type shit, but I'm talking like, you need to have some greater purpose, greater thought outside yourself. And I guess I'm trying to convey that. Oh, I met this, oh, I really like this song. You know, like, anyone can carry on a conversation like that. That's not gonna make us have a bond, or you get nothing from that relationship, right? If I talk about all the Barbies I have, no one gives a shit about my Barbies. I just gotta talk to random people. Yo, and everyone's different too. I love that people come in here with family. I can't imagine you guys. there are at least like 2 to 3 streamers that share me with their spouse. Oh, I met you through my wife. Or like, I found your stream via my wife or my husband. And I'm like, that's goals. Hashtag goals. Like, and I'm not even saying that like ironically, but like, god damn. The fact that you could not be like, oh, stop watching that big titty bitch. Like, it's really easy to do that. And I'm not saying being jealous because I'm better looking, because quite honestly, I'm quite uglier than much other females. But it's the fact that you can enjoy the humor, the commentary, I guess, regardless of what I look like. So that's cool. I honestly watched a lot of ugly people who have amazing commentary. It happens. You don't judge people like that, dude. And that's actually a problem I have with Tinder. I'm not gonna lie. I read profiles, but I only read profiles of people I know and I would bang. What? That's fucked, right? That's pretty fucked. I mean, I understand on a very base level, like, you wouldn't want to start a relationship with someone you wouldn't want to fuck, but Tinder I don't think necessarily is bangable relationships or even, like, relationships, honestly. It's meeting people. It's meeting people, so it's kind of why I don't like it. Selfishly adoring. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Nah, dude, I have a very humble perspective. I'm pretty. I'm not gorgeous, I'm not stunning, I'm not any of these other adjectives, or adjectives, yeah, GG grammar. But I don't think I'm exceptionally good looking. I'm not ugly. I'm a little chunky, I'm a little masculine in my appearance. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with what I am, and I think I like how I look. I can go outside and look I think I look pretty good today. I'm not demoralizing myself and I'm not putting myself down by saying that. I'm just trying to get up in perspective what I look like. I have a big ass nose, I have a big chin, I have big lips, I got my neck. And it's funny because this camera is actually really complimenting on my face. Because honestly, if you look at my profile, you can see where the fat is. And it's fine because I get to look at myself every day. I know how much weight I know how much I weigh, so I know that I'm overweight. So regardless of what you guys think, I know that I'm overweight. The wrinkles, I could give two shits about it. They're expression lines, if anything. But I think, I don't know. I embrace who I am. It's not a big deal. And I'm not fishing for home. I definitely don't need compliments. I don't even know how to take them half the time, and it's okay. But I don't think I'm ugly, no. I don't think I'm ugly at all. So I really didn't talk to high school the day after Columbia. Someone went to the unofficial school message board pretending to be me and said I was about to shoot up school. Well, next day, the police were waiting for me. So much for me alone. Yo, Maddie, are you serious? Really? I'm not smiling, but it kind of looks that way. I just realized. Wow, dude. That is crazy. I think, Maddie, that's a prime example of what people consider cyberbullying now and the metamorphosis of that entire movement. I say movement, but I think Columbine was a huge, like, that was early 2000s, right? I can't put a year to that off the top of my head. I remember distinctly either being early middle school when Columbine happened. I remember reading a book about the Columbine shooting, a survivor of the Columbine shooting. I remember getting from a Christian bookstore too, which is terrible, but it was a survivor story, and I remember hearing some parent accounts. And Columbine, it's a little downplayed now because there have been other school shootings since then. But at the time, I remember what a big deal that was, because it was so, I wouldn't say unprecedented, but that kind of devalues the importance, I think, of Columbine. I say importance, but like, it's crazy the impact it had on a generation. I think cyberbullying is a very, very weak subset, but is a subset of the consequences of what happened. I think, yeah, AOL, I remember ASL, dude. It's the same, that's the innocent part of that. Chat, message boards. Message boards, like, do you guys even know what, like, message boards are? Like, threads. Forums were a thing. Forums are now where, like, weird, dank people, dank technical people lurk. No one message boards anymore. Reddit is kind of a form of that, but generally that art form is very, very dead. That's all we had in, like, the early 2000s with our dial-up internet. I kind of feel like that is like a huge pin in part of this cyberbullying term that people use very lightly, or bullying in general is used very lightly. These terms are thrown very flippantly around, I think, personally. of verbal abuse. It takes on a whole nother you could use like legal language to try and define some of them, but it still doesn't lean credit to some of the actual reality of those words, the definitions of those words. I think some people have some very, very true, harrowing stories about what those words mean. It's not being picked on. It's not being called, fag every day. It's getting the shit kicked out of you to the point of death daily. I mean, it's like I said, it's another level. It's not words. It's not just words, Hi Nathan, how you doing, love? But anyways, you just made your Tinder, Greg. Tinder is gonna be hilarious for you. Happy sailing. I guarantee you're gonna get a lot of bots. Even I get a lot of bots, so rip. Rip the skanks. They look too good, they are. Yeah, Maddie, you have a criminal record? Yo, you miss a whole bunch, Swag. You miss a whole bunch. I actually need to go to bed here pretty soon. I'm getting pretty immersed in this conversation. I think it's a good catalyst for other conversations, but I don't want to get there. I'm not ready. You got for the day? You got a free day off for school, I guess. Fuck. You should have made up like a cover story, Maddie, like, yeah, man, I actually had to go to jail for a day. I would totally try and, I wouldn't, in reality. I wouldn't talk to anyone about it, but if someone asked me, I'd probably try and make up like an absurd story. No charges or nothing pressured? Are pressed? What are you talking about, Mysterious? Bowling for Columbine was going. Yeah, that was a documentary, wasn't it? I didn't watch it. I say I don't watch it. I think I did. It was one of the Michael Moore ones, right? And he did an expose on like how easy it was to buy guns at like Walmart. I think it kind of skated around the issues, to be honest. What I could perceive the issues, the psychological ailments of a young teenage boy and the environment he was placed in. More importantly, the environment he was placed in. I don't think it was just because kids have issues. You're not fully developed. There's a lot of social, I wouldn't say social retardation, but in some ways, like I know I had a lot of social problems as a child and teenager that I didn't know how to deal with, that no therapist was going to be able to cure. At the same time, the environment you get thrown in kind of like fester and thrive and make that problem way, way bigger and worse than it needs to be. And I say needs to be because I think some of it is survivable. Some of it is most human resiliency can withstand. And then there's others, it gets to your fucking core and shit like this happens. And it doesn't take a sick person. It takes someone beaten down, really fucking beaten down. And I think it's a precipice that too many people have reached. And especially nowadays, when you can say Columbine and a lot of kids don't. I say a lot of kids, I can guarantee there are high schoolers right now who don't know what Columbine is. That's not taught in history books. And you can't capture that sentiment in a history book either. But they're living in a different privileged world, and I'm saying this from a 20-something perspective, so take it with a grain of salt, but they're living in a different entitled perspective. People say millennials are entitled, but I mean, I'm in the same generation as these kids, and they're just different. They're just fucking different. And it's not better or worse, but I'll tell you what, it's definitely different. For sure. Got my ass beat as a kid. Maddie, it's probably because you like the Spice Girls too much, right? That's why you're different, right? Because you like Spice Girls? I'm trying to make light of a very serious thing. Social anxiety, yo, I feel you with social anxiety. I think we all got different things for social anxiety. And that's a great thing about gaming, though. Can I put some positive light to this? I think that's a great thing about gaming. It alleviates, like, chatting or even just voice talking to some people over line. Like, it's a whole bunch of anonymity. It's a whole bunch of, like just truthfulness. You can just be yourself. Or be whatever you want to be. You don't have to be yourself. By escaping sometimes, you're alleviating a lot of those problems. Even for temporarily. I kind of really do think that, like, you gotta kind of get out of, sometimes not be yourself, but other times just be whatever you want to be. And I think online, especially in gaming, it's a big stressor reliever for me, at least. That's why, again, I don't stream for my living, because gaming is still a great part of me, and I don't want to make that business. It's fun. It's something else. It's something else I don't have to put myself for. And even streaming, guys, you guys get like an amplified version of Freakhopper. You know what Freakhopper does when she's at work? Head down. This is what I look like. And I'm not nearly as beautiful. Half as much makeup, no cares, very quiet. Or when I do talk, it's because I haven't talked to you guys in a really long time, and then I like blow up my coworkers' minds a little bit because I just go off because I haven't had anyone to talk to. Tinder nightmares. Tinder, man, I want to make a stream just for Tinder, dude. It is... Generally, I've had really good experiences, but I've had some like really weird ones that are enough to make a story. Like, I don't really live an exciting life. Enough so Tinder is like the most exciting thing ever. For sure. Yeah, I agree, David. I think everything's kind of linked back in, but it's not like... I don't think it's super serious. I think it's as much credit as you give to it, right? Hacking systems. This is my hacking face. Nerd stuff. Nerd stuff. Right? Oh, it's true. It's true. We're all living at the whims of the pod people, right? Aliens. I need to like spice up my hair. Seriously. I can't. These damn kids. Kids! What's the matter with kids today? Da-da-da-da-da. Kids. Who can understand anything they say? Blah, 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 blah. Kids. They are so something. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Oh my god. Greg has a picture of him, like, in a super emo haircut, and then, like, shades. Like, legit. They look like photograph shades. And the kid he's standing next to is, like, supposed to be the coolest kid ever. And he's got, like, I'm gonna fuck you face, but, like, in a 12-year-old kind of way, so it's super creepy and rapey. Oh god. You can see my pimples coming back, dude. I've been touching my face too much. It's terrible. That's where my stress pimple is, right there. Stress pimple. End of a great generation. I don't believe that there's like a generation that's gonna solve everything. I'm disappointed the way society's progressed, but it's not something one person can fix. It's not something that even a generation can fix, because it just keeps building on top of each other. So I think it's something that needs to be institutionalized in our culture. We used to be builders, man. We used to be creators. We're consumers now. And I hate to sound like a super hippie, but we're consumers. And I'm a big part of that cog too. I'm the cog, bitch. Chugga chugga choo choo. But I do think there's a lack of innovation. There's a lack of, and that innovation is downsized by so many different things. And there are amazing people coming up with amazing technology, with amazing intent, and they're just notched down by other prerogatives, or, like I said, I hate to sound like a hippie, but other agendas. And it's the human condition. It's the reason Donald Trump is winning right now. And I hate to make it political, but I cannot fathom the country I live in where this person is the voice of the populace. The majority of Americans feel the way, and I say that right now before the general election happens, okay? So I consider myself a Republican, right? Democrat on a lot of social issues, but Republican usually for everything else. It's very, very hard for me to stomach that people feel so strongly and adamantly that our country is so absolutely terrible. And I don't think it's a country being terrible. I think America is not the best. It's not the greatest. It hasn't been the greatest for a while, though. And I don't think Donald Trump is going to make the difference in the world. The person who brought the Miss Universe pageant to Russia in 2010, he's going to be my president. beyond the female issues that I can't get past, and how he, I'm not a feminazi, I swear to God, I can't get past his demoralizing, he puts, it's like a social thing. I'm not a psychologist, right? But I think any basic person can see his social condition. He goes into full defense / attack mode anytime someone belittles him in any way, shape, or form. Even alluding to belittling him, he crushes them. And I say crushes him in a very glorious fashion. It's not like that. He berates them with very basic demenial comments. It's like saying, hey, I think you're fat, and the person calls you a poo-poo face. It's like that equivalent. It's saying, no, but really you're overweight, and then someone says, well, your mother's a whore. That has nothing to do, and even if my mother was a whore, what does that have to do? He does that. He goes for the gullet dude in the most, like, terrible way. Like, and it's not the fact that he's not political about that. I could give two shits. It's the fact that he is so, it's I think a huge indicator of his own weaknesses, his own ideas of himself. I see it as more a reflection of him than other people. I don't think that the media, the media's out to get, what do you think the media's out to get him? Do you think the media is really that, for once, do you think general, concise, like, populace probably thinks this is crazy? At the same time, that's what the media covers, but and then people vote for him. So it's providing the beast with energy, right? And the energy gives back to the reporters who get the money for, like, it's just this one big circle of terribleness, and he's the ringmaster. And I just, me even talking about it lends more credence to it. My small little voice isn't even worth talking about him, but that is my faith in humanity right now. That's my level of, and that's what it kind of comes back to, is my level of innovation is it's found in other places, not America. And I don't think it's just America. I think it's a generational thing. I think even in other countries, there's a sense of entitlement that is come with our born into technology, born into privilege. In some way, shape, or form, whatever that privilege is tiered in. It's sad. It's something I'm just gonna complain about because I'm not doing anything about it, I guess. I think it's funny because you can use 1,000,001 things to describe Trump, but I think the thing we're discounting is so many people are voting for him. That's the part that boggles my mind, is that it's not, I can have 5 people in here that agree with me. 5 out of 45, fuck, and then the other 40 people don't say anything. That's majority, right? But in the reality, like, Americans are voting for him. Americans are voting for him. It's gonna be Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump. The disdain for Hillary Clinton, I think, is far greater than it is for Donald Trump. And that being the case, I still think there's a lot of reckoning to be had with either side. Someone who has no experience in politics, someone who has a lot of experience in politics, but comes with a sordid past. Another person who doesn't have experience in politics, but as a result is reckless and careless and flamboyant in his remarks. I don't care about his party. I don't care about what other people think about him. That's why I like debates. It's what you get from the candidates themselves, what they say. What do their words actually mean? I'm not talking third-hand accounts from news articles. I'm talking, what does this person say to me? What does it mean? That's what I try and judge off of. That's honestly, as much as people talk about bipartisan news, like, everyone's got a little bit of a taint to it, right? But I think especially, and that's why I go age shit during debates, man. Fuck. They are so telling, so telling. Anyways. Sorry, I had to make sure that my PlayStation wasn't gonna turn off. Trump's waving. Well, duty calls. Yo, you have a good one, Red Polly. It's good to see you. Mad Max, Beyond the Thunderdome. I think people like to over-sensationalize. Here's something that, so I don't know if any of you guys have seen it, and I'm not a very educated person, but I like to consider myself, like, I like to think. So CNN has the 60s. They have a mini TV series. It's on Netflix. I highly recommend it. It's the 60s. I don't even think if you guys don't care, you'll probably think it's all about hippies and drugs. It's not. They do subsets. So the first one's about television. The second one's about war. The third one, I think it was about the president. I think it was about JFK mostly. And then I think I'm on the 4th episode and I still haven't started it. It goes through the 60s, but it's interesting because I think it shapes a lot of American... I don't like American history. I don't like old American Revolutionary history. I had to take AP history. It was a 2-year course and I didn't survive it. It was the only AP exam I didn't take because it was fucking terrible. American history is not at all interesting to me. European history has a lot of diversity to it. I love it. I loved listening about Rasputin and how you'd fucking die and just how world wars started. It just like a lot of complexity to world history or even just European history and just not that much with American history. It's very, 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 it's complex, but it's new. It's just, ugh. It's not my cup of tea, right? I'm a fantasy girl, so I like kind of living in some kind of ambiguity with history. Anyways, regardless, what I'm trying to say is I would totally recommend this 60s series. I don't know why this even came into mind. Oh, Mad Max and Thunderdome. So, over-sensationalizing, I'm not saying Cold War was a result of over-sensationalizing, but I think the perceived idea of threat, like if you perceive a threat to be greater than it is, and it's very easy to go down that threat. The Kennedy, I even think this, and I think the series very briefly touched on it, the demonizing or giving some kind of illusion to threat does a huge bunch. And I think, and I sincerely feel like Trump is capitalizing on people's ignorance. And that's kind of goes back to the same mentality that you're using the American public's fear. You're fear-mongering. You're using their fear. What do they fear? That their borders are good, their jobs are going to be stolen, the economy's going to go down the shitter. You're not going to have jobs. You're not going to have a home. People are going to overrun you, and America's not going to be yours anymore. That's what a lot of Americans feel, and they fear so very greatly. And I don't understand that because it's not my life, but I understand why Americans feel that way. I understand the climate that's going on right now, and I feel like he's capitalizing on that, making America great again. Great like what? Like what are you making America great from? Great as in what century? Great how? Or economically? Socially? Like how is America gonna be great? Greater than what? Greater than who? Greater than, like, there's no quantifiers. Making America great. Obama had a very ambiguous campaign change, you know? Like, I get the ambiguous part, but it's a very strong, bold saying. And it's very non-directive and very frightening at the same time. I think he capitalizes in these walls, the talks, even if he's not serious. The illusion that you would make a wall, your foreign policy, that is scary stuff, dude. I would rather someone like Hillary Clinton, who I don't trust at all in any way, shape, or form, who I think is a liar, who I think a million and one other derogatory things about, I would rather her, who I feel would less likely blow up my country by saying flamboyant or even just fear-mongering people into decisions. I would rather you lie to me with things I can debate with logic than try and capitalize off the ignorance of others. I don't think that Hillary Clinton does that. I don't think she tries and capitalize off ignorance. I think she probably just lied multiple times. I think there's a lot of other things that go on, but I don't think it's not to the degree. It's a different kind of shady, man. Just because you're not from Capitol. Oh, you're not from Capitol Hill? You must be pure then, right? Because businessmen have been known for their high standings in society. What? Dude, I can't even. Yo, this is Roof. He's getting the loves. He's getting all the loves. An absolute monarchy. Divine monarchy, perhaps. What was the lone superpower? I don't think America needs to be a superpower. I don't think, that's not what I need in my life. I mean, maybe I'm living in the wrong country then. Maybe I need to live and go to like some fucking Finnish or Canadian society where we're all socialists and, you know, we're living peacefully, trying to avoid other people's wars. But I don't need to be the greatest. I don't think it ensures safety. Being the greatest does not make you safe. I don't think that at all. I wonder what the Queen's English. I sometimes wonder that too, Swag. You know how many presidents she's been through? I've seen a couple, you should look this up. There's some, photo galleries of Queen Elizabeth meeting American presidents that are pretty it's just like a vampire, you know? Like you're seeing her through all these centuries in different garb and in different ways, and just like, god damn. Damn, girl. Damn. What's up, y'all? Howard Dean. Yo, some people are comparing Bernie Sanders to what was his name? What was his name back in the 90s, early 2000s? Not Al Gore. Dean reminded me of him. It was Politico. They had a story on it earlier today. I don't think Politico's bipartisan at all, but I do think it's, I know what I get. It's all political rag. Yo, in Donald Trump's face every time. Sanders, Sanders, Sanders. Oh, and this Trump's facade of being a fighting man is... He gets so upset about talking about his hands and his member that he... It's so transparent, people. If you have to defend your dick size, I'm sorry. Maybe that makes me a complex human being, but fuck, dude. John Mayer, like anyone cares. Benghazi lawyers. Rubio goes on a rant about a Washington Post article. Oh, Ralph Nader. That's who it was. Ralph Nader. Y'all remember Ralph Nader? I remember Ralph Nader. I couldn't remember his name, but I was like, fuck, dude, there's Ralph Nader, dude. Ralph Nader. The article's entitled is Sanders 2016 Becoming Nader 2007. Ralph Nader. Jill Stein, no. And Dick is small, but at least I'm skinny. I kind of feel it's the Donald Trump thing, though, dude. Like, I think he insults other people's intelligence, their size, their manliness, he insults other people's, what he perceives as inadequacies, because that's what he sees in himself. I think it's a very simple psychological thing. He's reflecting his own insecurities on other people, but he goes straight for it. He doesn't use logic, and I don't admire that. I dislike it. You're not tearing apart people's words or their thought processes. You're not trying to rebuttal with facts. You're literally going for irrelevant things, like their wives or these completely irrelevant things. Oh, foreign policy. Let's talk about your naked wife, you know, or your cheating. Yes, these things are too related. Yes, let's talk about that. That annoys the fuck out of me, dude. I just can't. It's really hard for me to fathom that this person is gonna be my commander-in-chief. It's really hard. And I can say that while I can. He gets elected in office, I'll be saying yes, sir, and you won't hear anything of it from me. I'll tell you what. If I'm serving in the U.S. military and he's my boss, I swear an oath. I know the rules and regulations, dude. I'm down. But I'll tell you what. I'm gonna do my civic duty and vote for who I want to vote for. And this is my own opinion, not endorsed by the DOD, not endorsed by anyone in this entire fucking world but myself. Take all the ignorance upon these shoulders right here. So, yes indeedy. Why isn't there a party with tough foreign policy and social... Yo, Quinn, I'm with you. Party support, domestic policy with Democrat, foreign policy like a Republican. I'm with you, man, Quinn. This is my... It's why I'm a registered Republican, but in all actuality, I think a lot of states are... I say that, Quinn, but knowing history, and this is just like a small educational, and I'm sure you seem like a very smart person. It's a very... Moderates don't get the vote. People who think like you or me, or like actually a lot of the populace, do not get the vote. It's the radicals that, and I say radicals, they're radical compared to whatever they're against at the time, so that it could be moderate in that sense, but generally speaking, there were a lot of candidates that embodied our thoughts, dude, this 2016 election, and they didn't get to see the light of day. They didn't make it past a lot of states, and honestly, even if they were in the debates, they didn't get a lot of airtime either. So It's definitely a two-edged sword. You can have the moderate, but no one's gonna vote for. It's practical, but that's not gonna be your president. You know, do you swipe left or right, Greg? That's it. You have your URL on here, dude? Yes. Yes. Happening. Yo, I didn't know Tinder had a website. When? Oh, it takes me to the App Store. Yo, you use the same profile pic. Get wrecked. I like it. Drum. Maddie. Debt. Yo, I think that's part of why he's trying to get. Say this is my own personal hypothesis, so I say personal. I think other news sources have tried to speculate this. I think he's trying to get Republican endorsement, not because he actually wants the Republican like seal of approval. He wants to get some of that money, man. He needs some of that money to I wouldn't say revitalize his campaign, but kind of stimulate it especially against Hillary Clinton. He's gonna need some serious backing, and it's gonna take Republican approval to make that shit happen, for sure. But Obama didn't need congressional approval for what, though? I mean, you don't go everything congressional approval. Obama didn't. I mean, you could say a lot about a lot of presidents that didn't have to get a congressional. Hi, bud. They didn't need a congressional approval. I don't think that indicates the status of, you know, if we elect Donald Trump and he doesn't get congressional approval to do things, like, does that really, how much does that actually affect, you know, your Supreme Court justices, or what, you know, who decides to pardon that year? I think some perspectives in order. I think the fact that he's gonna have a good amount of time to do whatever havoc he wants to. And here's the thing about a lot of presidencies: you don't see a lot of their legislation come into effect until a good like year to 2 years after. So a lot of times presidents get, and this is what like I said, limited college, not college educated, from the small education that I have, economy actually, classes. It's usually you see the effects. The tertiary effects of someone's presidency, or even primary effects from someone's legislation as a president, two years after. So a lot of times presidents get credited with their predecessors' work, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm not discrediting any policies that go into effect, but you got to figure, if I put in a law, how long does that law, depending on what it is, socio-economical, it doesn't matter. It's going to take a while to kind of hit the world, to disseminate, to become the norm, to let the world adjust. So to see those results, poll statistics, etc. Yeah, it's gonna take a while to balance. Oh, the baby. Oh, the baby. Oh, don't even pretend like you don't love it. Oh, push. Obamacare no approval. But in reality, how much has changed? How has your life changed infinitely from Obamacare? Maybe it's because I'm living in that small facet of the military where my healthcare is shit anyways. Where my doctor's standardizations are horrible. Are you here for yes I am, Matthew, sorry. Poor Rufy, he loves it. He's here for the win. Oh, the babe. This is the biggest babe. Oh, the biggest babe. Oh my goodness. Oh, you're a soul sucker. Look at this soul sucker. Just a girl in her pussy. You don't have healthcare, and yeah, it's like insurance now though. You guys remember when car insurance wasn't legalized, and now it's legalized in every state, and you don't hear any people fucking pissing and moaning, really. Presidential primary ballot for June 07. Cruz, Kasich, Gilmore, or Carson? Oh god damn it. Okay, so Tom Knock, my personal opinion. I'm not gonna tell you how to vote, but this is how I would do. I would do Cruz. Fuck. I would have to look at delegate counts. I think Cruz has more delegates than Kasich. Cruz has abstained. I think Kasich is staying the day after. They suspended, which is different than completely. Oh my god, you guys see all that hair? I don't think you can see it, but anyways, they suspended their campaign. They're not done. But personally, I think I'm closer to Kasich. As a person, I think he's a little wacky, but I think as a governor, he's got a good foundation. Cruz was a hotter pick for that. I think he was a highlight. He's so young. I don't disagree with a lot of things. I think he's very well spoken. He's very young. I think Kasich is ideally from the right wing, but he's not a great public figure. I've seen in a couple things. He gets lost in the fray a lot. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's hard. It's hard to judge on Kasich. I think on principle, I'm closer to Kasich than I am Cruz, but from what I've seen in debates, like I said, I do judge a lot on debates, and maybe that's just I'm a people person. That sounds like Freakhopper, right? I do think that Cruz is probably pretty good. I was thinking Cruz personally. I'm pretty much a hypocrite. I will tell you that. I've only voted once in a presidential primary, not a general election. It was for Mitt Romney. Yep. I remember thinking to myself, am I going to vote for Huckabee or Romney? And I was like, I like Huckabee, but he's kind of weird. And I like Romney's fiscal principle. I do think he's a left-leaning of the right. Fiscally, I understand Republican-wise. Socially, he's a little closer. He is a Mormon, which means nothing to me. I don't necessarily trust him because he doesn't drink, but I definitely don't think it's a deal breaker. I remember making a profound comment as a fledgling in elementary school in history class. I remember this only because it was the same year the Twin Towers got attacked for 9/11, but I remember it was in middle school actually. You're right, it's not elementary. It was in middle school, early middle school for me. 88, guys, graduated 2007. In middle school, my history teacher, we were analyzing presidential candidates of the time, and he's like, we were going through each candidate, and we were going through the likelihood of them getting voted into office, and there was someone in there, and he was like, why wouldn't people vote for him? And it seemed like a really basic question. I never raised my hand, but I said it's because of his religion. I was like, hey, I think he was a Mormon, actually. It's funny that I say that. It was definitely not Mitt Romney, but he was definitely not Catholic, and he wasn't Christian. And I knew his religion was going to play a big part in it because my mom was so religious. And some people literally vote just off of that. How close is he to God? These are people's morals and their values. And I guess this kind of ties back to my Air Force lesson. Ayo. That your values, your weighting system is different per person. So some people, your religious basis is all that they need to know. They don't care about your policy. If God is directing you to do this, then that's enough for them. I think it's a little ignorant. I think it's a little short-sighted. I don't think it's wrong. I just think there's other factors. And that is a big amount of America still. It's an old-fashioned way because I think we've become a lot more secular, but still. Yeah. Oh my god. Terrible, Sorlak. No. You could definitely Tom Nock. If it was a red ballot, you definitely need to write in something way more clever. Way more clever. Let's make Fallout real. God. Auditor, I'm with you, dude. I need to get to bed, guys. Look at this pussy. He just needs me to go to bed. I don't think I'm not gonna be able to watch Harry Potter. It's 12:45 right here. 1 o'clock is it's normal time for me to go to bed, honestly. Oh, as promised, I said I was gonna take off my eyelashes. So you guys ready for this? This is what I do every night before I get off. Ta-da! Gasp, who is she? Who is that monster on that right side? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, she's not at all a woman. That's a man, baby. Hold on. Sorry. Gotta invest in that. Yeah, absolutely. Two-faced, yeah, pretty much. Night and day, right? Like I said, I actually have, for comparison, I have like a lot of my lashes actually got pulled off and they look very shitty. But if I were to put mascara, which I don't have on, they look like that, kind of like this. See how they're kind of raised? They actually get a lot longer with mascara and stuff. I had really great lashes where I put so many fake lashes on, but it's only for streaming. And I'm getting different glue so they don't look as nearly shitty. Please send lashes, boys. I need to start a lash donation. I keep reusing the same set. If you just get me tips, just like ones that go right here. They have like small, not individuals, but like tips, just wing tips almost. I just want accentuation on the ends so I don't have to wear, if I don't wear mascara, then I'm wearing eyeliner, and if I wear eyeliner, then I'm gonna look like an emo. It's an endless cycle of terribleness. Who are you? Gasp. Gasp. But you can see how it changes my face though, right? So you can see my bags a little more. My eyes definitely don't open up as much. I still have the huge ass eyes that I normally have. I just look a little more naked. That's all. You think you like my natural lashes better? I don't know, it depends. I mean, it's a different look. It's more grungy. It's not bad, it's just, it's different. I don't think so I use these are very dramatic lashes. So these are not by any way, shape, or, and I don't wear lashes out. I don't, like I said, it's the fakest thing I have on me, honestly. Everything else is me. I don't put a horrible amount of makeup on. I try and accentuate my features, but I don't try and cover up, I mean, shit, you see I'm a zit right now. I don't try and cover up who I am. I try and accentuate it. That's how I was taught to do makeup as a child. As a young lass. You're an asshole. You're getting hair on my computer. But yeah, lashes make a huge difference. It completely morphs my face. I do look a lot softer, but softer's not necessarily, like I said, I think I have very masculine features, so I don't think softer is necessarily good. Also having my eyebrows done make a world of a difference. Right now they're pretty good, so it's not terrible. When I don't have my eyebrows done and no eyelashes, yeah, that's a man, baby. That's a man. Put lashes in your wish list, like anyone here knows how to bake fine. Yo, it's true, Betty. I know it. I'll put lashes. I've thought about it, but they have like different like tiers of eyelashes, and I don't want to get like really expensive ones. Honestly, I got I got this set of expensive lashes from the place that threaded my eyebrows. They're $40 lashes, and I didn't know they cost that much. But by the time she already rang me up, it was like too late. It was too late to apologize. So I bought them out of pure guilt. And they were $40. They were the same as drugstore brand that I can get for like 12 maybe, at like top end 12. And this dude she was charging me $40. Is this made out of like baby butt hairs? Like what the fuck? $40? What the fuck? So I've been abusing the fuck out of them, but in all honesty, it increases eye infection. It's just you should not reuse lashes like I use them. Reusing them is one thing, but like using and abusing them like I do, no. Do you glue them on? Yeah, so what you do, and I've done this on stream because I've done cosplays on stream, so you take the lash, right? I usually adhere glue right here. You let it dry for like 2 seconds. You still want to see that it's dry. It'll look white, but a lot of glue dries on clear. You adhere it. I'm a professional, so I can actually see, just like that. I can use my fingers, generally speaking, to just pretend like they're there. And I mean, obviously it's not good because there's no glue on it, so you can tell right here it was not glued on, but generally speaking, they usually come with applicators themselves, so you can poke them on. Sometimes tweezers also, just to apply, especially towards the bases, right here, towards the ends and the base of your lashes are probably where the glue is going to come unhinged the most, especially towards right here, but this is also the more sensitive area. Put the most pressure down and let it dry. Then you're gonna take mascara and you're just gonna blend it in your real lashes into your fake ones. Otherwise you're gonna look like a janky ass bitch. No one likes that. Even on camera, if you could tell if I don't put mascara on. Put one of those in your wish. I got you, Lodi. I got you. I've noticed you. I see you. I see you. Yes, I do need to. I still haven't found the correct vendor for lashes. It's easy to go to the drugstore and find them, but like I said, I don't go to the drugstore. I've gone to the grocery store multiple times in the last month, but I have not gone to Target. I have no reason to go to Target. So I haven't gotten new lashes, and I have the same pair of lashes for the last probably 2 to almost 3 months, which is well over lash wearing. And I have lashes that are probably like in the trash. I have like one lash that doesn't match another lash. It's like bad earrings. It's just terrible. And I do like how they look. It's like I said, it's one of those fake but purely like nice things that I like about it. Makes me feel pretty. So regardless of how you guys feel it looks, I like how it looks, and it makes me feel pretty. So no, I don't know who Chakras is, Darren. But yeah, this is me lashed and unlashed. Oh gasp. Oh gasp. The scandal of it all. And it's almost 1 o'clock. I've talked to you guys for like well over an hour. It's ridiculous. Absolutely absurd. Absolutely absurd. But I love it. I love having these conversations. Where else would you learn lashes? You probably don't need to ever learn lashes as a male, but it's good to know. I mean, I think there's some like weird, sick scientific curiosity you guys have about female products. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not talking like tampons, but I'm talking like makeup. I don't think a lot of you guys understand how that works or how to do that or what they're for, and I don't think you need to know, but sometimes you're like, even just cosplay. I mentioned this when I was like doing some highlighting and low lighting on like, not like Kim Kardashian level, but like dramatization of your features for cosplay, that it's probably good to know for males too, to kind of over characterize your face. It's kind of like art. It's not, you don't have to make it like weird. Kind of like Marilyn Monroe. I'm blonde and I have tits, so I guess so. Everyone, I've heard that comparison a couple times, and although I do have like a little bit of curl going on right now, I don't think I'm super Marilyn. I definitely have a much lower voice than her. She had a much more feminine, sultry voice. I don't hate you at all, Lodi, not at all. Marilyn Manson, maybe, Matthew. Yo, yeah, so concealer, I think even males should have concealer. Not that, like, if you have the zit, like this size zit, like, this is for comparison. This is my fingernail, like, that zit's pretty big. If that was on a male, you probably shouldn't even bother covering it up. You should just fucking own it. But, like, on very minor stuff, I have some scars from picking at zits. They're very light, by the way, for anyone who wants to marry me. But I say in all honesty, because I am a picker. I'm definitely a picker. I'm the grotesque kid, right? I'm the kid who wants to see the pus, the bleed, all the things. So I'm definitely a picker on my face. So I have a couple scars, some very minimal, but they're subsurface scars. You guys have seen me without makeup multiple times. There's nothing I'm hiding. But I do, like, this is a small, that's a, right there, that's a fucking, chicken pox scar right there. I couldn't even stop itching that. Like, fuck. Damn, Daniel. A hot rod model? Yo, I'll sell hot rods. I'm sorry, I can't even imagine myself. I can't even, like, take a picture seriously, man. I just don't. I think scars are battle wounds, dude. I love scars. I fucking love scars. I'm all about scars. Scars have stories, man. Like, it's one of those very deep, dark, like, seated type of things, but scars have stories, regardless of what they're from. They each have their own, and that's like a deep-seated thing, for sure. Absolutely. I tell you, look like Quasimodo. I mean, damn, girl, you vain. So we have 5 minutes left of stream, guys. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna look at Tinder with my one eyelash. Hold on, let me accept all the. So I do have an Instagram, guys. I fucking hate it. I still upload photos though. The latest one's pretty scandalous. No, it's not uber scandalous, but it is like. I'll even give you guys a small, I say glimpse, but this is the photo. It's not, oh look, oh boobies. It's not like uber, but that's one of the rare ones. Usually they all look like this. It's just me and my face and pre-stream stuff. It's not anything big, but I try and make the photos I share on Twitter and Instagram different, because otherwise why do I have 2 websites? So let's go on Tinder. We have messages on Tinder. This is my Tinder. I think I showed you guys my Tinder. I even talked about my Tinder. Oh, I'd love to be a motorcycle model though. I could get. Yo, look at this guy. He's got a fucking. You can't see him. He's got a fucking koala bear in his profile picture. I'm not gonna lie. I totally judge people on Tinder when they look too amazing. So he went to the University of Rhode Island, and his profile says "Living the Dream." You know what? Which way do you guys think I'm swiping? I'm swiping left. I'm just letting you know. This guy's in the picture with 2 girls. Swiping left. This guy looks like he's peeing, swiping left. This guy looks like he just graduated, so he went to Johns Hopkins University. ASL. He knows 3 of the people I know from high school. He's kind of dorky looking, but he's got a lot of photos. Probably none of them current. He kind of looks like a matador. I don't even... You guys can kind of see that. I'm gonna swipe left, just because he knows too many people I know. Alex works for the... Oh, yo! This guy literally inserted an emoji into this girl's face. Looking for another female to join my FMF experience. Already amazing couple. Will love, have fun. He's got his pretty thick, but pretty sexy. I mean, I would probably do her still. But they're both a little heavy, and I'm like... I don't know. I think there's other issues. This guy, Israel, 37. He's self-employed, and he's a single dad. Left. Okay, for perspective, just so you guys know, this is what my Tinder profile says. First off, this is my photo. It's me in my Jedi outfit. That's my main profile photo. I did actually change it. I'm a United States Air Force. I went to Middlesex Community College in Massachusetts. No eyelash, just so you guys know what's going on. I'm less than a mile away. My very first sentence in my profile says Bob Dole. Gamer and parents, PS4, SNES, PC. I'm a mother, rec soccer star, Sith, INTJ, immature cosplayer, well-rounded sci-fi fantasy nerd, sarcastic, socially inept, fairly intelligent, honest, and boring. All these things are true, you guys can attest to. I'm 5'7", athletic with womanly curves, ellipses, ugly big feet, sports and playing outside barefoot. It's the motherfucking truth, my feet are hideous. Treading light after a failed 3-year marriage, ain't that the fucking truth. Bruce but not broken. Treading lightly after a failed 3-year marriage, here to peruse, score brownie points, and catch all the Pokemon. Isn't that the truth? I have a waifu body pillow, and my first tat was of my spirit Pokemon. Hoping your crazy matches my crazy. I added the last 2 lines, for sure. And 1 Deadpool, 2... My waifu body pillow is like fucking amazing. And I have it linked to my Instagram so they can see all my Instagram photos. If that's not enough, if they don't see my daughter, my pussy, my cosplays, I mean, a lot of them are just selfies because I want friends to take like 3rd-person photos of me. Like, I'm not ashamed of my body. I don't take 3rd-person photos because there's no fucking mirror in my entire house that captures my entire body. Can I be quite frank? I don't have a body mirror anywhere in this entire house. I actually considered putting on my Amazon wish list, and I was like, wow, that's really fucking conceited. Why would you need a fucking body mirror, Angela? God damn. Conceited bitch. Conceited bitch. So I didn't put a body mirror on my wish list, but then I'm looking at all these people's Tinder profiles, and I'm like, fuck, everyone's like taking their photos on this mountain cliff with like this illustrious like goddess, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so my first photo is me cosplaying with Darth Maul. The second one is me playing soccer. The third one's me making that goofy ass face that I made when I did the fucking cosplay. You know what I'm talking about. Big boobs, fucking corset, whatever. And the third one's me in my normal Facebook photo, which is just terrible. Third one's another face, like a selfie of me in my cat costume, because I have this cute like, oh, I'm so coy. And the third one's me in my pimp class, and none of you guys have seen, because I was like, oh, special photo, no one's seen. Yo, cosplays are terror bad. So that's my Tinder profile. So when I see people that say like, single dad, really? That's all you have? I'm not saying I need to like, fuck you and wife you, but like, really? That's all you got? That's all you couldn't afford, like, 2 words? You couldn't afford 2 fucking words, dude. Yo. Andreas, he's 25. He went to the Jordan Information Bureau and turned in blah, 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 blah. He's definitely Palestinian or Israeli. It doesn't matter. He has no profile. This guy's in the U.S. Army. Trying this out. Seems like most people are on here for attention or hookups. Not me. And that's you when to the left, looking for a swole mate, hiking buddy, food explorer, motorcycle riding, or accepting that partner or someone that isn't completely jerk face. I kind of like that his terminology's good. 90% of his Instagram photos, I don't know if you can see, is of his dog. He's got like a Marmaduke dog. Also, this seems to be my turnoff. I'm a father and a divorcee. My children and I live in a different state, and their mother and I have a quit, civil and devoid of drama, in addition to the 5-state separation. I'm like 90%. He's got a picture of his dog as a Jedi. Yo, he's definitely a swipe right. The sad part of me with swiping right is that, like, oh man, he's like a staff sergeant in the, no, I'm gonna have to swipe left. He's like a staff sergeant in the army. I can't do it, dude. I can't do it. Anyone can't do it. It's really hard for me enlisted. Aaron, he's 30. Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes you need to make your own reasons. He's got his hat on backwards. He's got an American Eagle barrel. No, it's not happening. No profile. Like, you just put pics up there and you just hope girls, like, fucking follow themselves over you? What happens? Derek, new to the area, moved back after getting Marine Corps. This man is a good-looking man. I don't know if you've seen this. You obviously haven't. He's taken a lot of selfies. I don't know about his tattoos. He's got shitty tattoos. His body's definitely better than mine. He has a dorky face occasionally, which gives me hope. So we're gonna swipe right against my better judgment. There's definitely not a match, so that feels good. Dudes with their girlfriends, not happening. If you have your girl, if you have your shades on, not happening on Tinder, guys. Felicia, she's 27. I'm bisexual, in case anyone knows. She has a shared interest with Betty White. She's got, like, Oracle glasses on and a bow tie. She's pretty cute. No, I'll pass. She doesn't have enough in her bio. I'm hoping to find someone who I can go to hiking with. Nope. He's got, like, this superficial bullshit. This guy has, like, tuxedo pics, him in the snow. Here are 5 statements about me, at least one of which is false. Maybe, yo, I hate games. We're done. That's not clever, guys. Don't do it. Games? Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm giving you pro advice on Tinder right now. Don't do games. If I have to guess what's going on in your life, no, done. I don't smoke weed, Darren. I'm in the military. I don't do that shit. Super cute girl, too good to be true. Her and her bestest friends. I don't think you guys can see it. Anyways. Joe. IT nerd, New Jersey native, boxer motives, 2-stroke engines, long drives nowhere, day drinking, single model scotch, hiking with your dog. He just sounds like a bowler. He likes Call of Duty. He likes a lot of things. His dog is adorable, but that doesn't make me like him. This guy's super like me. He's 41. He's 30 miles away. New to living in Frederick. Don't know anyone else. Separate old school values. Laid back. Honest, loyal, funny. You know, no. If you have to, like, give me attributes, you're done. Yo, this is my thought I'm not joking. This is my thought process. I don't fuck around. I don't have time. I literally just swiped left 4 times just based off profile pictures, so. Done. And it's not because they're in a kid, like, they got douchey photos, like, this guy's in his fucking tuxedo. His name's Chris. He's from Georgetown. You know what he has? His Instagram profile picture. He has a picture of his tattoo. He's got him inside fucking gold gym. Him and all his closest family and friends. A picture of him as a kid. Like, dude, I want your nuts because you're elitist piece of shit. Like, no, get the fuck out of here. No, I got better things to do. No. I'm judgmental as fuck. As being as open-minded as I am, I can't fucking, I'm not gonna waste my time on superficial pieces of shit. Eyelash, yo. Left side, not right side. Chris is 33. Ask me stuff, I'm an open book. Personal trainer, volunteer firefighter, senior management. Yeah, but your photos are really let out. Your forehead's too big, but your body's really nice. I'm still gonna swipe left just because not enough depth. I need depth. Looking for a woman who inspires. Master's in clinical psychology. Yo, and that's the other thing. Like, how do I not? I'm very blatant about my educational level. I literally went to Middlesex Community College. Like, this is not a joke. It's not ironic. I didn't go to, like, Harry Potter's School of Sorcery. Like, fuck. Who inspires? Okay, he went to Loyola, University of Maryland, University of Massachusetts, Amherst. Looking for a woman who inspires, master's in clinical psychology, musician, lover, cooking, getting lost in the woods. Wet already. Climbing mountains, fucking love it. Brown liquor and black coffee. Don't like brown liquor, I love black coffee. Concert, skiing, hiking buddies, yes. Nothing beats a good dance party, absolutely agree. Grateful Dead, not a fan, but can stand. Prince, eh. Daft Punk, eh. Sinatra, yes. Amy Winehouse, yes. He's a redhead. He's sipping his coffee. He's in a suit. He's got a weird bandana on. He's quirky. He's on like a fun run. He plays the guitar. He's redheaded. Swipe right. Oh, we're a match! We're a match! Ah! My cat ran to the litter box. Fuck. Oh, keep swiping. Okay, so as far as how would you rate Tinder? 5 out of 5. Not now. Okay, so my messages are straight up. I have not viewed this app in like 3, maybe close to a week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 messages. And I don't take pride in that. I'm fucking terrible. I'm terrible at corresponding with people. It's not like, oh, I got 17 bitches in my lap. No, I'm 17 people deep on conversation that I fucking haven't finished. They said, hey, you look like a cool fucking person, and I'm a fucking terrible person who's not gonna finish this conversation. That's what happens. That's what happens when you're Freakhopper. Done. Done, mate. Yo. I'm the worst. I'm the fucking worst. If anyone here is on Tinder that follows me, you need to send me a message and say, bitch, get off of fucking YouTube, get off of fucking Twitch. You need to pay attention to me. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. I watch your streams. Yo, that would mean a lot. If you knew the real me, yo. We already on deep terms. I feel like a lot of people like view my Instagram, have thoughts about my life, and they don't really know who I am. But seriously, yo, it's real on the Tinder life. It's 108, guys, for me. Where did my eyelash go? I gotta make sure I have my eyelash for my right eye. Rip the dream. Rip the dream. I'm very candid about who I am. I'm very candid about what I do. I don't think I'm crazy. Greg, don't try and be something you're not, dude, for sure. Don't try and get a quick lay. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it! There's so many fucking snatch traps out there. Don't do it. Llama pic, do it. Don't make it your profile pic, but definitely make it one of your pics. Be clever, don't try. Be yourself. I think even my profile is trying hard to be something that I think I am. So I try and describe myself in very non-obligatory terms, like this is what I think of myself. Like, I'm a geek, I'm a nerd, I'm a mother, I'm a soccer player, I'm this, I'm this, I'm this, and this. This is what I am. Don't try and clever your way into stuff. Don't try and clever your way into Snatch. That's my 2 cents for Tinder. Don't put shades on, don't put you and your closest girl on, don't try and put a black and white filter on either, because 2-inch filter on initial profile. I'll swipe through photos and I'll read profiles after the first photo. First photo is the most important. That's why my first photo is me as a fucking Sith Master. That is the most important photo of my life. If you can't accept me in a Darth Vader fucking costume, in my glory with a double lightsaber, then you don't fucking deserve to be in my life. That's something I take upon myself. Okay? If you can't deal with that, then you better get the fuck out the way, right? Obviously, it's proven successful. I only have one female relationship on here, though. I'll tell you what. And she had a Han Solo cosplay. I need to talk to her. I've been thinking about her. Maybe sexually, maybe not. It doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is, you need to be true to yourself. You're not gonna find matches that aren't. Even if they're friends, you don't have to fuck everyone you find on Tinder. I haven't met anyone I found on Tinder. At the same time, I think it's fun having human connections. The same way I stream, connecting with people is important, guys, for sure. Your llama's your closest girl. Greg, you're sounding super bestiality right now. You need to calm down. So yes, Quinn, I am. For Twitch, I am. I'll turn that ass up. God, fuck. Yo, you know what I don't need in my life? That shit. Don't need that shit at all. I am on Twitch, and it's just, I was banned recently. Honestly, 110%. My Nicolas Cage AFK screen, I don't know if you guys saw it. My offline screen with Nicolas Cage said, I'll be right back. He's got a whole bunch of Pomeranians on his lap. He's in a bikini, and he's on the moon. Well, he's definitely on a bikini. It's like a man thong. I got reported for pornography for that. I'm not even joking. It wasn't what I was wearing. It was that away pic. They removed it. They didn't remove my broadcast. It wasn't what I was wearing. It was that. It was... I went worst case scenario, like, oh, you guys can't handle a girl with a tank top over a bikini? No, it wasn't that. It was 110% my way pick. I'm not saying they weren't using it as a reason, but yeah, he was completely nude. So there's that. I say completely nude, he was in like a man thong, like, but still. Yeah, I got fucked. It was completely humorous, like Photoshop Nicolas Cage. It definitely wasn't him. Again, I say, but they reported, they literally suspended me for, indefinitely suspended me for pornography because of that picture. A picture, by the way, I've had since the creation of my account. So, irony that it started now? No, probably not. In light of the same day that I come back from a band. So I know it's not coincidence. At the same time, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, and I'm not going to try and read into it more than it is, and I'm going to keep trailing on, right? Right? Greg, I'm tempted to go to your, like, profile and just, like, totally, like, left click all the, or no, I'm gonna, like, fucking special your shit and then, like, fucking shit on it. Is the palm between legs, right? The pom-poms, Tom Knock? I get it. He was, like, completely nude. I completely understand. Okay, other eyelash guys, you ready? It reminds me of Rescuers Down Under, if you guys ever seen that. There was this, wasn't Rescuers, it was one of the Rescuers. It wasn't Rescuers Down Under, because that's when the Aussie guy was in effect, but it was the guy before that. It was a female with a red, she was really old, she pulled off her eyelash, she did this weird sequence. And I always remember as a kid, she was like taking off her makeup and her like face disappears, and then she takes off her eyelashes and her eyes go all the way up, it's animated, and it's like, super dramatic and stays in here. Yep, Maddie. It's perfect. Perfect off screen for me. Does that hurt, Sasha? No, it doesn't. But I'll tell you what, when I wake up tomorrow morning, I'm gonna have glue between my eyelashes. You know what I have to do? I have to pick it out between my eyelashes. And I have to like remove it. That's the annoying part, is that it clumps my eyelashes and actually removes. A lot of these fake lashes, I have actual real lashes that are attached, that's hair attached to it. But I'll have real eyelashes. But I used to have really, I say used to, as in like morning, but I actually still have really good eyelashes, you guys can see them. They're pretty decent. They used to be a lot thicker at the very least, and longer. Used to. Rip the dream. I mean, it doesn't mean, yeah, the Rescuers, yeah. It's so weird and unfortunate. It's true. I like constituting it's the fakest thing about me. Everything else is completely real. 110% rolls brought to you by Chinese and pizza, but personality brought to you by misfortune. Hair brought to you by a color box, but the lashes are probably the most fake thing about me. It's not comfortable at all. I mean, honestly, it's nothing. It's like I can't even feel the glue on my eyes. Look. My contacts are fucking up. Hey, watch this. See that? My contacts. You're welcome. If you guys didn't have any phobias, now you do. You're welcome. Yeah, it's definitely Nick Cage's fault that I got banned. The time has come, well over like 30 minutes ago, that I should have gotten off. On that note, good Tinder fun, good conversations, long, meaningful / non-meaningful conversations. Tomorrow, like I said, I have soccer tomorrow. Ugh, it's gonna be rough. I'm gonna be tired. I'm already tired. I was tired before I started the stream, but fucking keep rolling on. Tomorrow I have soccer. Tomorrow I'm gonna try. I will let you guys know on Twitter. This is why it's imperative that you follow me on Twitter. It's the most up-to-date information you guys can get. I'm not saying that because I need more followers. I don't give a shit if you follow me. Just that is where my information is. If you want to know if I'm on, if I'm not on, what's going on in my life, it's gonna be on Twitter. I'm gonna talk about my poops, my bowel movements, my pees on Twitter. So Freakhopper, it's on all social media, but on Twitter, that is what I go to. So on Twitter, I will let you guys know if I stream or if I don't stream. If I do stream, I will study first and then stream Doom. If I don't stream, I will let you guys know, and I'll be like, I'm so sorry, and then I'm probably gonna masturbate and go to bed. After my child's already down, mind you, so rip the dream. Yeah. feisty goof. I like feisty. Feisty's a good word, man. Wordsmithing is very important, at least to people like me. Not everyone like me likes words, but I like words a lot. Words mean a lot. That's why profiles on Tinder mean a lot. Maybe there's some really deep, meaningful people who don't put anything on profiles, but you don't deserve my time. That's how that works. So yes, Greg, I fully endorse this message. I have a pussy at my feet. I gotta pee. I had an amazing night, guys. Seriously, thank you so much for the loot, Greg and Tom Knock. You guys are amazing. I just, fuck, dude. It really, the reason I'm awake right now, the reason I'm thriving, the reason I'm still blathering is because you guys are amazing. I have trash over here. You guys see this? Oh fuck. I have trash just sitting there, you know, like, and then it annoys the fuck out of me. I can't stand having trash just sitting there. So sitting there, I'm not going to be able to touch tomorrow. Quite frankly, I need to pack my bags tomorrow. I need to pack my daughter's bags for soccer tomorrow. There's a lot of moving pieces apart, so don't involve this trash, but it's gonna, and if I stream, I have to move my green screen. Not gonna worry. What I'm trying to say is, I fully appreciate your guys' gifts, and like I said, I had a very, I wouldn't say traumatic day, but it was a very momentous, disparaging, it was just disparaging. It was a very hard-hearted day, dude. So I enjoyed comics tonight. I enjoyed studying with you guys even. If you guys even feel just a tiny bit of the pain I go through, if I can share pain, it's a thing I've gone through as a child and my daughter is going through right now. She likes inflicting pain on others. It's a psychological, genetic thing that we do. Apparently my computer's on. Fuck. I hate turning it off when it's not booted properly. But there's no way I'm gonna leave that bad boy on because it's a shit ton of power. Y'all saw my PC booting up. I don't know what happens. I think my cat decided to put his huge dick on it, so that's cute. Yeah, I'm glad you liked her sneaker. Her sneakers are amazing. She's amazing. Game of Thrones. The latest Game of Thrones, pretty decent. Pretty decent, not amazing. Chat's not super delayed. Honestly, Lodi, it's way faster than Twitch. Way super fucking faster than Twitch, for sure. I just am a really slow reader. Honestly, I think it is. So yeah, soccer tomorrow, I do need to kick ass. It's been the first time in 2 weeks that I played, so I'm feeling like a fat ass, dude. I'm feeling like a serious fat ass. So I need this. I know I'm rambling, but tomorrow is gonna be, I'm probably gonna be pretty exhausted. I'm not gonna set false expectations. I don't think I'm gonna stream tomorrow, honestly. I'm gonna be too tired. Last 2 days, and even today, it's gonna be close to 2 o'clock by the time I go to bed. I get up at 6, so 4 hours of sleep maybe. It's not a success story there. And then I need to study, so, and after soccer, you know, like, so chances of me getting on tomorrow are very slim, but they're still there, depending on how I feel after soccer. So I will keep you guys up to date on Twitter. Please follow my Twitter. You don't have to follow me, I don't care. But if you want to know, it's there. I will be on Twitch for tomorrow if I do, and it will be on Doom. I will be studying still for 30 minutes to an hour before I play the game. I will start up the game. I will sit there, being a picture as big as that little piece of shit right there, and I will say, hey, we're gonna go over Air Force, something that you don't give her best shit about, but you're gonna have to stay here for 30 minutes while everyone trickles in, and I just gotta stay here with my thumb up my butt. And we're gonna study together, and that's how it's gonna fucking go, right? It has been real. I really enjoyed tonight's conversation. It was a really haggard. I don't like rewatching these conversations at all because they're too real and they're too everything. I don't have eyelashes on. I have rolls everywhere. I have thoughts that are unfiltered and not polished and sound really ignorant, and that's really annoying for me. But I appreciate, and it feels good inside. Like in the deepest parts of me, it feels good. It feels good to talk. Just to talk. Just if you don't agree, it doesn't matter. It just feels good to talk. It feels really good, guys. And I really appreciate you guys being lending ears and understanding and semi-judgmental, but like, just cool people. I mean, fuck, dude. You gotta pay some cool bitches. Fuck. It's really cool. I really enjoy you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you, Maddie. And if I can, yo, I say Maddie's example, but like, if I can make your day as great as you make mine. I mean, in all actuality, you guys, I tell you, time after time, you guys make my life, like, you add a huge element to it. I'm selfish. The streaming is all for me. I feel good after streaming, so. It's venting frustration, it's venting thoughts, it's clearing my mind, it's some weird psychological solace that I get in vocalizing what I feel and think. So I do appreciate it, I really do. You guys are therapists, all of you. If you don't agree, you're therapists. Namaste. Tomorrow I miss yoga tomorrow. Oh, the one thing I miss about not having soccer is yoga. So, rip the dream. I'll check Twitter before I go to bed. I'll probably like some things as I'm sitting in bed, thinking about all the horrible things I've said. All things I'll regret tomorrow. Have a fantastic night. I love you guys. Yo, really, you guys are too much. I'm done. I can't. I got lashes in my hands. I'm gonna lose them if I don't keep them safe. I'll probably not remember to put shit on my wish list because it's not important to me. But I love you guys so much for sending me things. So as much as it's not important to me, it means the world that you send stuff. If you guys send me love notes, I swear to God, I'll probably read them in front of stream, yes. Unless you explicitly say in the first sentence, do not read this in front of stream. Just sending me anything. Send me a fucking picture you draw. It doesn't matter. Postage costs nothing. My P.O. box is on my Twitch profile. If you need it, I can post on my Twitter. Aloha Snack Bar, yes. Dr. Phil. You guys are my Dr. Oh god, I fucking hate Dr. Phil. He's the worst. But seriously, I appreciate you guys being here for me, and it really does mean, like, the ridiculous. I go too much on these streams. This is too much. You know, too much. Must kill you. Okay, good night. Love notes. Yo, hate notes. I don't even care. Something, enjoyment, anything. You don't actually have to send me physical goods like Harry Potter. And that, oh my god, that PlayStation hoodie, dude. Maddie, I love all the texts you gave me, but that is seriously the most sickest thing I've ever received. It's probably because I told him directly, this is fucking amazing. But it feels amazing too, okay? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, please write me haikus. I love you guys. You have amazing nights. Thank you so much for joining in. I really appreciate it. You guys are fucking amazing. You might think you're not amazing. I'm telling you right now, every single 59, doesn't give a shit. One of you, every single one of you are amazing and different. Maybe not the best human being. It doesn't fucking matter. You're different. And you have something to give to the world, and I appreciate you. Appreciate you. For whatever it is, negative or positive, lesson that, or something that you give to the world, I appreciate you. Seriously, freaks and geeks. I love you guys. Good night. I will maybe see you tomorrow. I'll see you on Twitter, at the very least. Damn, Daniel. Okay. I'm the worst at goodbyes, so. Au revoir, auf Wiedersehen. Ah, a bientôt.